Let's look at it from the physical standpoint first, right?
Yeah, that's the other aspect.
So let's look at you, right? Riddick Moss. Riddy Mo, you know what I mean? What are you, 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah, we'll say 6'3".
We'll say 6'3".
NFL Combine.
We'll say so 6'3", 250, about maybe 5% body fat.
Yep.
Whole bunch of muscle just slabbed on, but not just like show muscle, go muscle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like legit. We're not just talking, you know what I mean? This is functional, high output, you know what I mean? This, you won the combine, the WWE combine 2 years in a row. Very impressive feat.
Yeah.
Very impressive numbers.
That was funny, because we were both, because that was the second or third one. I think the third one that we've done at the PC now.
Yeah.
And you and I were both talking about not doing it.
Yeah.
And for legitimate reasons.
Yeah.
We both had
some injuries,
some nagging injuries that we were trying to mend, and we didn't want to do something that would jeopardize being able to be in the ring.
Yeah, trying to be smart.
And then what we did was we wanted to use that to build our characters, and so we would kind of hold out because we didn't think it was showcasing us enough or something. I don't remember exactly what.
Well, we didn't know that there was going to be a camera crew.
Right. Well, then we got there on Monday, and I said, all these cameras here.
I remember rolling up to the PC and
my back's feeling a little better.
I remember rolling up to the PC and seeing 2 semis in the back.
Yep.
Production trucks everywhere, going into the PC, seeing cameras everywhere. And I was like, oh.
Right.
I was like, we're going to put on a show today.
Right. Well, and then, so that was like we went in there on the Monday, and we weren't filming yet.
Right.
But we saw all that stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, I might have to give it a try tomorrow. And then we got there Tuesday, and there was even more.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'm just going to do a few events to, be able to get some exposure. And then I just ended up doing
all of them.
And then it got to like the rower, and I had a back issue. And I was like, well, I'm just going to do the rower just so I place in the event.
Yeah.
Because if you take a 0, like that's gonna kill your final score, right? So it's like I won't go all hard. I'll just do it. So I at least do it. But of course, then once I got on the machine, and my competitive juices start kicking in, and the camera gets in my face, right. I just went all out for whatever the 500 meter row or 1,000 meter, whatever it was.
1,000.
Yeah, and so and then it was like, well, tomorrow I gotta just do everything again. I might as well just win this thing now. Yeah,
I had tweaked my back like 2 weeks before deadlifting, and then we had worked. This is another thing. We worked like three days in a row leading up to the combine, right? So they had us on the road, 3 shows. Then we had like 12 hours on Sunday off, and then we come in Monday, Tuesday. Like performing at max output. So I just was like, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to be smart. And there's certain events like and I actually was proud of myself because I was disciplined enough not to do certain ones as much as I wanted to. And it was like, it took everything I had inside of me, especially on the deadlift. Because I told myself I wasn't going to hit a big deadlift, and I worked up and I was like, you know what? I'm going to work up to 405, see how 405 feels. 405 was feeling good. I worked up to, I think like, I don't know what I jumped to. I think I went to like 450, maybe 455, 500. And then I went right to 605.
Yeah.
And I hit 605 and it felt good. And I was like, dude, I bet you I could do 7.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, I got to perform. My money's in performing. My money's not in lifting. Cause that's the big thing here is like, my money ain't in how much I can lift weights anymore. So I've got to separate my pride. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
I know you know what I mean.
Tough. I still go through it to this day. I have to continue to remind myself, and there's people who come to me for advice, or we'll just be lifting together, and I'll just give them my advice, unasked for. But
unsolicited.
I'm very smart when it comes to other people about knowing when to back off.
Yeah,
I'm very reasonable, at least I should say. When it comes to myself, I just can't get past that ego of wanting to work hard, wanting to push myself, and just the wanting to be strong and wanting to lift the most weight and all that stuff. And it's got me in trouble a lot. And I learned my lessons incrementally, and then I'll go backwards a little bit.
You'll have to learn the lesson again.
And I pulled a hamstring.
Yeah.
And I talked to, so I'd gotten a program from my college strength coach, who's now the head strength coach for the 49ers.
Yeah.
Dustin Perry. Super smart guy. And really good guy.
Yeah.
I'm real close with him. And so he gave me this program. I started, he gave me like this high volume program, lifting program. It was nasty. And then randomly I decided that I was going to start sprinting too. But I didn't cut back on my lifting at all.
Right.
And after not sprinting at all for a couple months probably, and even when I have been sprinting, it's been at like, the PC that, what's that, a 20-yard strip? So you're probably only bursting for 10 yards.
And then you're decelerating for another 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm out there hitting flying 20s just all out. Like, and I was okay for a little while, and then my body started saying that's too much.
Right.
But anyway, Dustin, I was talking to him about it, and he gave me their hamstring protocol. Yeah. And he said, and I was kind of down on myself, and he's like, "Hey, man, if you don't get hurt every once in a while, you ain't training hard
That's
enough."
true, bro.
I was like, "Hey, let's write it off as that then."